Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. So, we're going to be talking about one of the things that I like, that I identify with, that I started loving and getting interested in when I was a kid growing up in the early 2000s. Now, I'm about to be 27 next month. Not that that should matter. Age is just a number. But when I was growing up, I sound like an older person. When I was growing up, I saw a lot of this. And this was also around the same time that the internet was starting to become popular compared to what it is now. Don't know how we got here, but we're here. I'm going to be talking about the grunge subculture. Now, this is it's a music-based subculture, and there is also a lot of fashion. And there are a lot of rock bands from the 90s, maybe in the early 2000s. A lot of people say that they're not alternative, they're grunge, kind of like Nirvana. But honestly, like, isn't it the same thing? I would just say it's the same thing. So, I have my notes here, so I won't give you guys the wrong type of information, because I did do some research for this. I wanted to make sure that I do this in my way, but also representing the culture in my own way. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the subculture and the history. So, the grunge subculture developed in the 1980s, but it didn't become popular until, I want to say, either the mid or the late 90s, or in the early 90s. And it developed in Seattle, Washington. It also ended up becoming not only popular during the 90s, but it became popular with grunge music. Let's see. Now, as we all know, Kurt Cobain, he's from Seattle. A lot of bands that are like alternative or grunge came from Seattle. The grunge music based subculture came from Seattle. I don't know if this is another stereotype, but correct me if I'm wrong. This is just what I've researched. Okay, so grunge music contains sad or mad lyrics that usually reference problems in society. No surprise there. The grunge subculture is most contained with social justice and teenage angst, teenage problems. And it also, not only does it deal with like social problems and like, teenage angst or teenagers, it doesn't conform to like societal norms in society. So that is something that I love about the subculture. It doesn't, conform to the societal norms in society. Like, you have to be this in society, or someone's going to tell you what to do, which nobody should be doing that anyway, because you're a grown ass adult. You should live your life the way you want to. Okay, let's take those off for a second. But anyway, yeah, that's a little bit of history and what grunge subculture is. Um, a lot of bands uh, that consist of like the grunge subculture. Besides Nirvana, you have Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. Uh, I want to say the Smashing Pumpkins. I want to say either Green Day or Metallica. Are they alternative or are they grunge or are they more like heavy metal? Now, the the fashion for grunge subculture is usually consisted of torn or ripped up